The buzzing of bees. It's one of the great sounds of summer. But they're not just making honey. Darting from flower to flower, they're working to keep the whole ecosystem in order.
The real gift from bees was completely unknown about for most of human history, which is pollination.
Pollination is the fertilizing of flowering plants that allows them to produce fruits, nuts and vegetables.
A lot of people out there don't realize that 1 out of every 3 bites of food they stick in their mouth, these honeybees put on their dinner table.
Without the tireless work of bees, our food production would collapse. And we may be on the brink of that catastrophe right now. Across the world, our bees are dying. There are numerous species of bees on the planet, but the one I'm concerned with is Apis mellifera, or the European honeybee. It's established itself as the #1 pollinator of fruits and vegetables, working to produce over 90 crops. Apples, pears, berries, nuts, rapeseed, cauliflower, onions, carrots, plums, and even cotton are produced thanks to the honeybee.
I seen one hive sitting there. I don't know if there's any bees left in it. I don't know if there's anything here or not. Just a little drizzle, a few bees there. They're not enough. They're not viable. No, they're gone. They just don't know it yet. There's like 6 bees there. There's no queen. So.
In less than 2 months, Brett Adey had lost perhaps 200 million bees. The reason lurks in beehives across the country and is, according to experts, the main cause of bee deaths around the world. It's an old enemy of the honeybee and a known killer, the Varroa mite.
The Varroa mite is a really very large parasite, so in relation to the size of the bee, it's a thing sort of this big, and it can transmit virus diseases that you normally find in adult bees into the larvae, and virus diseases you find into the larvae into the adults, and it's these virus diseases that have become very devastating.
But I'm a creep.
The parasitic Varroa mite was first discovered to have jumped species from the Asian honeybee onto the European honeybee shortly after the Second World War.
From Russia in the 1950s, through Europe in the 1970s, America in the 1980s, Britain in the 1990s, the Varroa mite has spread throughout the world.
Like fleas on rats, the Varroa carries diseases that are fatal to hives.
Everywhere that Varroa has been found around the world, people have reported very high losses of their bees, and often colonies are wiped out completely.
Medicines had been developed to kill the parasite, but over the last few years, it's become resistant to chemical treatments.